Ste and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow. Sing it.
Hey, all right, everybody. Sorry about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that seemed like it delayed there for a minute. As soon as I clapped my hands, it went away. Monday night, it is July 19th. How's everybody doing? It is the K-Pro Cow Powwow, the Forrest Fenn Treasure Found. And how are you, K-Pro?
I'm fabulous, but I have two things to say. I don't know if we talked about this, but a lot of people want to see them.
Ooh, that's breaking news.
Okay, wait. But bigger than that. I can get. Let's see. Wait.
That's coin 3. Yes, we can see that. And that's, you got to turn it over the other way. Turn it around other way.
I'm trying. Very good.
There it is. And that's coin 3 too. So both coin 3s are home where they belong. Right? Nomadic Madman. All right. So let's do this.
Boom. Okay. The second thing is, if you are trying to comment right now and you're like, why can't I comment? You must be subscribed to comment. So we have this new software. We have these new ideas. There you go. Mike can explain why, and all the hate mail goes to Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
We decided to change it where you have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel, Cowlazars, in order to comment. All you knuckleheads, you should just pop in and say, I hate you guys, and leave. Well, now you can't. Unless you're subscribed. If you're subscribed, you can still say that. So one little change. And the other thing is Super Chat's on. You guys always know that. But now we have a really cool thing we can do. I'm going to pick Copper Dan. Look at this. Boom. We can show the comments on the screen. So if you super chat, I'll put your comments up on the screen there. And if you have a actual a picture on YouTube like Hillary does, it's kind of cool because you guys could get to see what it is. So, okay, there is that. Tonight we got K-Pro PowerPoint, and we're going to go down. It's a little bit. K-Pro put her Kolchak hat on, has been doing some investigative research about Foias, about lawsuits, and she may have put a couple things together, but I'm going to let her talk about that because she put all the work into it.
Well, I'll say first on the pre-video from yesterday, the third section on charities and things, I've got lots of emails today. Well, this isn't right. You could actually go here and you should be able to go there. And there's a 990 database and this and that. That was just an aside. I don't play knowledgeable on all that. I tried to put as much information as I could out there. So I won't be talking about that tonight. But if you want to start up on Thor, it's scrolling at the bottom, up on Thor and start a thread on that, you sure can. So what I'm going to be talking about tonight is FOIA / records requests. Those are synonymous terms to some in the layman's terms, but they are distinctly different, but we'll probably use them interchangeably because we're just kind of informal here. So, and then we go down a rabbit hole. Once we do the records request, we go straight down a rabbit hole. And oh my goodness, straight down a rabbit hole.
Make sure you had that right.
We have a Jack, like Jack Rabbit. We go down rabbit holes. Okay, so
another thing that I didn't mention real quick is that we're also live on Facebook for the first time, everybody. If you go to Cowlazars and K-Pro's Grand Adventure, you'll see us live on Facebook simultaneously. In the chat, when people comment on that video, I will see it here in the chat as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start up the PowerPoint. And I'm just going to be more factual about information. I'm not going to say whether there's not enough here, but much like gamblers. So my mom used to day trade and Mike gambles. You can't just say, oh, I won every day. You have to sometimes put out, didn't knock this one out of the park, but here's some information.
I want comic books, everybody. Hey. Okay, sorry.
He's out of control.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's a Foia-tastic Monday. There you go. So you might find it informational, maybe not. And probably the number one question I get is, where are the lawsuits at? I've lost track because a lot of people think that's the reason the treasure chest has not been sold, or us getting more information from Jack. So I have done as best as I can. I went up on Thor. Goldilocks is fantastic. A few others. And just tried to get the most up to date. It's taken some weird twists and turns as well. So I'm just going to try to give you factual information as well. But I think it's pretty interesting, fascinating to see, because they're starting to intermingle, because they're talking between each other, all that. So anyway, we're going to be doing both of those tonight. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a long show.
All right, we're going to jump right into it.
Yep.
Here we go, everybody. There we go. Foia,
Okay.
New Mexico Tourism Board. Take it away, bro.
Yeah, so if you go to the next slide. So if you remember, Jack put out that he had an uncut, he received the uncut video from the New Mexico Tourism Board. And a lot of people were like, how did he do that? Well, he did it with a records request. I already talked about that yesterday. Some believed in the New Mexico Tourism video that Jack might have actually been in it and in Forrest's home. I don't know if I believe that, but that'll become important in a second. So I did review the interview that's on Jack Stoo's YouTube, and there are two voices. And I did discover the one, but well, I'll get into that in a second. So there are two voices, two different voices. They're actually talking to each other at different minute marks. I've actually put those minute marks later in the presentation if you want to go back through yourself. So the questions that I was thinking to myself was, who are the interviewers? Was the uncut video actually the uncut video? So Jack presented it. Is it exactly the case? And then I also wanted to confirm what month and year Jack received the Foia. I'm just at this point trying to fact check. That's it. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. Like, is the information that Jack has given us true? So he said he did a Foia request. He said what month and year. He also said that it was uncut. So those are the things I checked, but I also wanted to know about who was interviewed. So what do? You do a records request. Mike, any questions on this one?
No, I think it's pretty clear cut. You want the info and you're going to get it.
I'm going to request it at least.
Yeah, request it. Okay.
Next slide. So here is the request. I took out all, because you do have to put certain personal information and other information, but here was the crux of it. Per the records request process, I would like to request the names of the individuals that interviewed Forrest Fenn in his home in 2015. The published piece under Treasure Stories can be found in the link below. I didn't put it because why? Which I refer. Further, I would like to be provided what date Jack Stoof was granted his records request and provided the entire interview. Last, I would like to be provided if Jonathan Jack Stoof was ever employed or paid as an employee for your organization. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So in red, name of the individuals, when did he get the records request, and did you ever pay Jack?
And this is a Foia you did, or you simply emailed these people to ask?
No, it's a records request, which is the equivalent at the state agency of the Foia process.
But it's not like you just emailed them. This is an official request of the state.
Yeah, no, it was an email. There was some verbiage up front and some links and some information that per their process, if you go to the New Mexico board, there's some processes that you have to do to get to this, but it was an email.
Okay.
Okay, so
number one.
They were very nice, responded quickly. I think it was the next day. Thank you for your request. We do not have any records of the names of individuals who interviewed Forrest Fenn in 2015. According to our records, the request by Jonathan Stoof was fulfilled April 2019. That'll become important later. We do not have any records of Jonathan Stoof being employed by the New Mexico Tourism Department. Okay. So the request number 2 was, thank you very much for the information. Can you provide the full unedited film and all notes taken for the project? Can you provide all the persons or companies that were compensated for this project?
Okay.
So they did a Dropbox, whatever the heck that is, and I got it down. So they gave me a link. So I did get the video. And we do not have any notes for this project, but Ryan H Photography, which later became Talwood Creative, was the only company compensated for this project. So basically they're the entity, and there might have been others paid, but the others paid would have been out of Talwood Creative.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the facts. So where do we go with this? Let's start going down the rabbit holes.
All right, here we go, everybody.
Okay, so the uncut video, Jack stated he received the video February of 2019. Jack received it actually, or the New Mexico Tourism Board said that he received it April of 2019. I was thinking, was there a delay? Because with Yellowstone, sometimes it takes months, or BLM or the FBI. I've done FOIAs with all of them, and they take months and months. They responded to within a day of my request. So we have at least a 2-month discrepancy here. Do I think it's a huge issue?
Jack. No,
do I think it's a huge issue? Maybe not, but Jack knows that the community was going to scrutinize everything, and then any discrepancy was probably going to be questioned. Why? What do you think, Mike? Big deal, not big deal, interesting, nothing?
Well, the New Mexico Tourism Board says it gave him the material April 2019, right? Is that correct? Or is that
Yeah, go back. That's a cut and paste.
Right.
Go back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Now, is it possible that Jack got the video before he did the FOIA? Could he have had
not what he said.
But then he did a FOIA to verify he had all of it. You know, he's like, I got this video. Somebody says is all of it, but I'm going to do this to make sure I have all of it. It's not cut in any way. I mean, that's
but
possible.
Then he would have. But Treasure Warrior says something that I agree, except for I don't know. He probably filed it in February, and then it was fulfilled in April. I filed, and within 24 hours was given the. Now it already had been done once, but my experience is they were responsive within 24 hours, not over a month and a half. But okay, maybe he ordered it in February and got it in April. Maybe. Is there enough here? No. So I would say no, but I point out the facts. I'm only stating fact at this point. Okay, right. Next slide. The video and the second voice in the background. So if you go to the actual video, this is all public information. It's up on YouTube. The director is Ryan Heffernan. The producer was Grayson Schaefer, and the director of photography is Grayson Schaefer. I heard at least 2 voices, so I started going down the rabbit hole. Let's go to the next slide. But I just want you to know,
music, everybody.
Oh, good. I wanted you to know this was all public information. So there was at least 2 people at Forrest's house. You could hear what I call, or I'll name, a lead interviewer and a second interviewer. Maybe there's a video person. We don't know that. If you actually see a physical second person, they do this little clap at the beginning of each segment. But the first person, I'll say the lead interviewer, asked all the questions, but there was a second person that clarified several times. The second person, you can see some minimal, like 1 word or 2 words on 14 minutes, 1608, 20s, all of those. But the person that actually spoke for an entire length of time, like at least a sentence or 2, are on 3 different minute marks, which was 36:38, 43:10, and 46:45. So we have 2 different voices that we have a sample size enough. Hey, let's keep going down the rabbit hole.
That all makes sense, Mike? Yeah, it all makes sense, but you've been over this like the Zapruder film. That's interesting. All right, ready for the next one? I don't know
who Kolchak is. I don't know who Zapruder is. So
that's the JFK footage.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I decided just to contact both Ryan and Grayson directly and said, I'm reviewing your Visit New Mexico video from Forrest Fenn. Great interview and piece. I believe you directly interviewed him in his home. There was a second person with you interviewing. Can you tell me who that was? I conduct a show regarding Forrest Fenn hunt, and we have several inquire about in our audience as who we're interviewing, because a lot of you guys are going down that rabbit hole. I actually don't think the voices match, but I'm willing to go down the rabbit hole. And I also contacted Grayson, and very similar, but said there 2 men were questioning for us. One was Ryan, who was the other one. And I did not get a response from either one. Now, they're not required to. They are not with the state agency. They have a private. Ryan is the owner of a private photography company.
I guess there's no way for you to know they actually got the emails. Maybe it went to spam. Maybe they never read them. I mean, there's really no way to know, right?
Well, let's keep going.
Oh, okay. Next.
Yes. So when I talked to when I was emailing with the New Mexico Tourism Board, they said that Talwig Creative, it's a crazy thing, has an actual website. Hold on. The voice of the interview on that sounds exactly like the guy that I think is Jack from the Sploid videos, in my opinion. Bobby, email me on that. I don't know what that is, so that would be helpful.
There it is, Bobby D.
Oh, look at that. You're so fancy.
Isn't that cool? From the Sploid videos. What is the Sploid videos? Is that the New Mexico video?
Oh, no.
Oh, all right. Question mark. All right.
So I just decided, because the PR person was like, went to the PR directors directed by the website, because they said, if you have any questions on any of our past media, contact this media director. So contacted the media director. The media director said, you need to talk to Ryan and Grayson. It's like, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Right.
So there's a little bit of going in circles. It's like, contact Ryan and Grayson. And then when you do, so around and around. So that's been happening for about 2 months now. So this is why I tell you guys, this isn't going to be groundbreaking. Ooh, we found something. I mean, this is what it is.
Well, at least you're putting in the work to try and figure this stuff out. You're not just sitting here going, I wish we knew. You're emailing people, and asking the questions.
Right, well, and I'm not acting illegally.
Right. No, you're being professional and acting within your rights, of course. But maybe Grayson is Jack. Have you ever thought of that?
No, Grayson has a website. There is a guy. I've seen him. So on Ryan's site, he actually has a bunch of his previous work, and you can actually hear him. So you can tell the guy that was asking the questions as the lead interviewer was Ryan, because Ryan had these other ones. I didn't have that for Grayson. So I can't tell exactly if it's Grayson. I'm assuming it's Grayson, but there might be a third person there. There might be a there. I don't know.
Maybe Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Okay, continuing on. Side note, any connection to Ryan and Jack? Isn't that what I was just saying? Maybe they're the same person.
No, any connection, meaning, do they have any previous relationship?
Oh, wait a minute. They just might. And if there is, I'm sure Capro figured it out. Here we go. It is a rabbit hole. Don't trip. Oh,
okay. So Jack, we already know this because this is public information. Jack was a BuzzFeed contributor. You can see right there, it says Jack Stoof, BuzzFeed contributor, and his old email address, I guess, from March 2012. And there's just one of many links or screenshots that you could have. So you go, well, was Ryan with BuzzFeed? You look on all of his professional references and bios, and no, you wouldn't think that initially, except, next slide, please.
Oh,
Ryan was also on BuzzFeed.
Breaking news, everybody. So wait a minute. Jack worked for BuzzFeed. This Ryan guy that did the New Mexico tourism video of Forrest also worked with BuzzFeed. Is that right?
Yes. Well, I don't know if here's 2 screen captures, and thank you to the people that are helping me because I'm terrible at technology, but they said, yeah, he is, but he has scrubbed his profile. It seems like he's scrubbed his information off all of the professional sites. He doesn't have it referenced on his own webpage, but the internet never forgets. Here are a couple of BuzzFeed pages, and if you look at what is circled, you can see the name, and the name is Ryan, the same person, Heffernan, which is the same person. Ooh, I'll look at that after this, Bobby. Thank you. So why does Ryan have, now I don't know a lot about journalism. So is it common for you to delete or scrub your profiles of past employers or past places? And I don't know. I mean, that's where I don't know, but it's there. I'm just presenting the factual information, and I don't know. So he has scrubbed recently off all of his professional citations, but the internet never forgets, and here it is. Okay.
That is interesting for sure.
Interesting. At least it's interesting. I don't know if it's more. I don't know if it's common. I don't know. So the summary of this rabbit hole situation: checked out. What checked out? The video was uncut. It matched. It actually matched. And I went through every 30 seconds to make sure it matched all the way through. It was actually 1 second off, but the 1 second, I don't know where it went. It's just 1 second difference. Jack did a records request. That checked out. So he was, yes. Jack worked at Buzzfeed. Ryan worked at some capacity on Buzzfeed, but factually, Ryan has removed the affiliations and association with Buzzfeed publicly. Now, what conflicting information do we have? Let's go to the right side of the screen. Month Jack received the videos off by 2 months. I don't think that's a huge deal, but I'm stating a fact. The information as who was on site at Forrest's home has been left unanswered. This was actually, I should have changed this. I'm sorry. The third one, we hadn't gotten, I hadn't gotten a response, and now I have. So that one's moot. Sorry. And then Jack and Ryan's relationship, if any, is unanswered, but they at least have a BuzzFeed connection. We don't know what else there is because it seems that there's been some professional credential past. I don't know the right term. There's been some professional pieces that have been taken off of his previous jobs.
So, okay. And separate from that, I just want to bring up Nomadic Madman says on Susie Fenhaven's show, she found a hint in the front cover of The Thrill of the Chase. It says in a cipher. Does anyone have an opinion? I didn't see that show. Did you see that one, K-Pro?
Nope.
Okay. So somebody send that to me because I'd be interested on what the hint is.
Oh, gosh.
Says that. So that'll be a future.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
All this,
I know she was talking about something when I went in and out of that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to lose the. Hold on. Why can't I can't link. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay.
Nobody's perma banning anybody, Carrie. We bring up ciphers. Not on our show, anyway. Maybe you mean somewhere else.
Okay. I want to. Hold on. Copy link. I'm trying to copy Bobby's link so I don't lose it because.
Yeah, I got it.
I know, but I suck at technology, so you need to give it to me right after the show.
Will email it to you, okay?
Okay, so K-Pro has done more than I did in college. Okay, I think that was a 3-pack that interviews people on site on the link I post. The same 3 for, oh my God, goodness, Bobby. If this all connect, and this is the reason that you share, rather than just like say, I have information and you must pay me $29.95 to get it. We share because if we share, it's like a relay race. I took it the first, 10 feet. Now, Bobby, if this one connects in some way, you've just taken it like all the way to the finish line. But we've got to connect the parts. But if there is a 3-pack of interviewers, let's,
check this comment out. Somebody using logic out there. I like it. Trusted Living says Jack and Heffernan couldn't have been friends if Jack had the FOIA for the info. Why didn't he? If they knew each other, why didn't he just ask for the video? Why would he have filed a FOIA?
Ooh, I have a theory on that. What's your theory, Mike?
Well, one, if you're saying he may have done that, and when he got the video from his friend, then he did a FOIA because he wanted to verify everything was there, nothing was tampered with or edited. He wanted the complete uncut version. And the other thing go ahead.
Yes, but
but
it also could be that he wanted to make sure that his identity never came out in the future, or that he got something that nobody else had, and this is the way that he had it legally.
Oh, he didn't want people to know he was friends, so he filed the FOIA to say, I did it this way. And you can too. I see. They wanted to hide the relationship, and that's possible. I mean, it's a rabbit hole, but it's possible. Yeah, and that's what Treasure Warriors just said, basically, kind of the same thing. Okay.
Exactly.
Plausible deniability, Mylan says. That's true.
Yeah. Or it's absolutely nothing, and this is just a fun little rabbit hole to go down. I don't know which one yet, because the saga continues. But Bobby D,
the saga
I was going to go refocus on some other things tonight. Not yet. It looks like that I'm going to be at least watching that video. It's from the Wonkit. The Wonkit did a very interesting article I was reading today on, like, Jack, we're the ones that helped you and protected you, and you're not giving us any part of the treasure. What do you mean? And they had lots of F words and F-bomb. I guess the Wonkit is very much into anything goes they're the ones that I guess were, anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Back to the power. Here we go. Okay. Next slide, right?
Next slide.
Questions
Okay.
on the New Mexico tourism rabbit hole. Was that questions from the chat or your questions?
No, anything that we want to talk on this, because this is everything I have. So it's not, oh my gosh, it's gonna break everything loose, and we're gonna know the exact location. But I'm gonna go into the legal loss or the lawsuits. So if there's any questions you guys have, either put at KPro, at Cowlazar, super chat, do whatever, thumbs up the video. But if there's anything that you have on this piece, then I'm gonna go into updates on, or just what I think the lawsuits are at this point.
Okay. Oh, I went to the next slide. We're gonna wait before we get into the lawsuit updates. Everybody, you trying to see if there's questions first?
Yeah, just if anybody wants us to go back in any way,
and
like kryptonite, Mike, kryptonite.
Yeah, right. Well, I can't go back on this. No. Well, I do want to say, everybody, thumbs up if
I
you
thought
like.
You can put us vertical.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
That's kryptonite.
Sorry about
kryptonite. Okay.
Thumbs up, everybody. As Toby and Shelly used to do, I learned this from them. This is the universal sign for thumbs up in YouTube, apparently. So thumbs up the video if you like our new format. Toby's the one who told me about this. This is what they use, Toby and Shelly. So thank you to Toby and Shelly. All right.
Okay, so the first question is, Milan says, why would Fenn agree to do a New Mexico video in the first place? This was back when the world was decent to Forrest.
Nice. It's a nice way to put it.
And so he was actually giving a lot of interviews. So this was done in 2015. This was something that they gave, and it really focused on Santa Fe. And I think he really, at that time, was proud that he was bringing tourism into New Mexico. He was still excited about the chase. I think he lost that eventually. Also, I think by the end, he knew that maybe he was slipping a little bit and he didn't want to slip, and there was so much chaos towards the end. But this was back in 2015, Milan. So good question. When did he, I'm assuming Ryan, scrub Buzzfeed in his history? I don't know that. I don't know exactly. I'd like to know if there's any tech people that can help me. I need a little bit of, I think Wayback Machine is what can probably help the best. I'm proud of myself for spelling waybackmachine.com. I'm not really good at this stuff. So I do have to tell you, there is a group of people that are kind of helping me with getting these things together. If they ever want credit, I think at this point, they're maybe not, because there's so much chaos for a variety of reasons. It doesn't matter. If you ever want credit, put it in the chat box and I will be happy to. I'm not doing this alone. I'm not smart enough to at all in any way. And Mike just doesn't, is not as excited. He would rather sit with the Beacon Star or sit with the Tell Me Who or whatever. And I totally am down with that. Not me though, my friend. Okay.
We'll just wait till I get KPro to do a PowerPoint for Beacon Star. All those locations are going to have to go into a PowerPoint, KPro. Thank you in advance. All right. Okay, we have a question from Fergus T. Longacre. KPro, would you be able to request who else has submitted a request on that specific video? Perhaps before Jack did. Can you do a FOIA on who else? Yes. But do you think that people, since this has come out, have FOIA'd it just like you did? Or, I'm sorry, a state records request, is it called?
Yes. But yes, you can. You can say, yes. Yes.
Now, are we paying money to do this, by the way? I just thought I'd ask.
No. You can. It could be 20 cents a page if the research is substantial, etc. They'll tell you up front it's going to cost approximately this much. I think the one I did for Yellowstone, they made me say I would pay up to $100 when they provide it, because they knew it was going to be a little bit of substantial research. So they'll tell you though. Request of others.
I don't say that.
What?
Nothing. It's unrelated to what we're talking about.
Okay.
Hashtag.
Would you be? Oh, you just said that with Ferguson. Okay. That is all the questions I see. Keep asking them though. If something pops into your head between that, then and there, because it would be interesting to see if anybody else did. I like that.
It would be. So is anybody else having quality issues? So for some reason on my YouTube, I've got to change the settings to 720p. Keeps going back for some reason. But anyway, if it's blurry, the quality's not great, just change your quality settings in YouTube. We do got a super chat, Mr. 3D Bronze. Thank you for that super chat. He says, just to clarify, look at that treasure chest, everybody. Look at the replica 3D Bronze treasure chest. Everybody should really own one. Just to clarify, the Jack and Tell Me Who Part 2 that launches tonight at 8:30 p.m. Pacific is not Jack S. Sorry, Jack. $5 hunt. So 3dbronze.com, everybody,
Leave that up.
part 2. Okay.
Leave that up for a little bit because 3D Bronze at 3dbronze.com, right? 3dbronze.com.
Yeah, actually, I can do this. Do even better than that. I'll scroll it for everybody.
Okay, this is interesting. Milan says, Cowlazars only, you are freezing up. Sometimes it's been good quality video on KPro side.
Yeah, and we're working.
Oh, wait, you're hardwired in. I'm not.
It's the software, I think. It might be the software. I don't know, to tell you the truth. This is our first time we've ever went live with it. So other than the testing we did. Okay. All right, 3dbronze.com, everybody.
Okay, so let's jump into the lawsuits and also the estate. The estate's going to have an upcoming hearing. Let's talk a little bit about that. I might not get every single little thing right. This is the best I could do with the people on Thor. I can't even link to the court listener without having problems. So anyway, let's go back to the PowerPoint, my good sir.
Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. I was like, how do I get rid of that? Okay, I put 3dbronze.com.
Look at that. You're scrolling, 3D Bronze.
Thank you for the super chat. Okay, we're going into lawsuits now, everybody. Lawsuit territory. Cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. And it just might be breaking news on a brand new lawsuit. Where KPro gets his stuff, I don't know. But okay.
Okay. Next slide.
No.
Boop. Okay, so Erkstein has been around for a while. I affectionately know him as okay, we got another super chat. I affectionately know the one next to the name is how I call it the Colorado lawsuit. It was against, so you want to do a thank you. Look at that. Cutest couple ever.
Treasure Warriors on YouTube, but go check out their YouTube channel, Treasure Warriors. They're making some good content. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it.
He says hashtag research should have gone with that. Hashtag research.
Yeah, it's all about the research, isn't it? And KPro is good at it, so.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Erkstein.
Erkstein. I always spell it wrong, guys. You'll know who I am because I always spell it wrong. This was against Forrest Fenn. It was the one that actually made the case that he should be able to sue in Colorado. So the judge in Colorado dismissed it. It is under appeal with the Ninth Circuit Court, where Erkstein's position is the case should have been transferred to New Mexico rather than dismissed. So Forrest Estate responded on July 1st, and this is all in public documents of the court listener, and wanted to clarify with the court, can Erkstein refile in New Mexico, and requested attorney's fees. That's the couple $100,000 that we're talking about. And then on 7/16, added another document motion that says here's some additional procedural clarifications on why this appeal should be dismissed. It is right now under consideration in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Super chat. Let's hold on a second.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Okay, so the first one, though it's been dismissed, it is still under appeal, so it is not free and clear. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Thank you for that super chat, Kiwi Road, our old Australian friend. YouTube lost Padre Mine and go on an adventure. I've heard of that. That is a treasure legend, isn't it? So
yeah, but it's a little scary. It's in like the outskirts of El Paso, Texas. It's be careful out there if you decide to go.
Yeah, well, be careful anywhere you go. Kiwi was on our marathon back in the day.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for that super chat.
It is pronounced Erskine. Okay, Erskine. I grew up with a family friend. Okay, Erskine.
Easy. Sounds like something else. Sorry. Okay.
No. We're just saying names.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, sorry, Nomadic. I didn't mean to put that up.
Okay. So that is the first case. So even though it's dismissed, since it's in appeal, from what I understand, this one can come back to life very quickly. So that's the first case that has been around for quite some time. But you can see activity on Forrest side or Forrest Estate side. July 1st and July 16th. We're July 19th. So this is a case that has been, I thought, over for a while. It's not. It's still there. So anyway, that's the first one.
Okay.
Go to the next slide, please.
I don't know how you pronounce
it. Erskine.
Analama Ding Dong. Oh, that's speaking.
Raffos. I call it the French one.
That's a French, so forget about it. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay. I used to call it the European one, but there's now 2 European ones, or at least there will be soon. So we had to break it apart. We have a UK and we have a French one. So this is the French one. This one was the one filed against Forrest Fenn, Jack Stoof, and Dan Barbarisi.
Yeah, throw Dan in there. Why not? Why not?
It was dismissed without prejudice because the appropriate motion was not filed, and this gentleman did not pay the filing fee, but he can refile within the statute of limitations. That's going to become important in a second because it seems that Forrest Estate is saying that the statute of limitations has ended for them, but Jack, Dan, everybody else is still fair game, but we're going to get into that in a second. So this second one is dismissed, but when it means without prejudice, and again, I'm not an attorney. If it's with prejudice, that means you can never refile again if you get new information. Without prejudice says, oh, you just don't have all your ducks in a row. Go get your ducks in a row and you can refile. Okay, Copper Dan.
Copper Dan's YouTube channel is giving away an illustration from Too Far to Walk. I'm building up a huge giveaway next month. Go subscribe. Big things are coming. Thank you, Dan. And I will put your YouTube channel down in the scroll as soon as I look it up. And I can say about the French lawsuit is you want some freedom fries with that dismissal? Oh, all right. Moving on.
Okay, so the third case is Sandow, Dottie, and Kaiser. I'm going to call this the San Lazaro. That's how I affectionately know it. I don't like to name names, even though all the names are in there. I just like to call it San Lazaro. This is against, and I'm going to need to take a deep breath here to get them all in, Zoe San Lazaro, Shiloh, William Sather, which I guess is somehow related to, I thought it was Goofy Old Guy. Somebody said, no, it's the San Lazaro co-owner, Collected Works, and Jack. It states in the case that Dale, Terry Finn, and others may also be included in this filing at a later time. This is a lawsuit for San Lazaro's title, $10 million, the treasure chest, $1 million in pain and suffering, and I don't even think I got all of what they're requesting.
Thanks,
so big bucks. So initially they requested an attorney. They asked for an attorney in a civil case, which is pretty rare, and they were declined that, and they were given a notice of a deadline to refile. They refiled pro se, which means they are representing themselves. That was on June 30th, 2021. So that was about 3 weeks ago. Interestingly, on another one that you're going to see, a person by the name of Barbara Anderson filed a motion to intervene in this case. So this case, basically the position was, and I'm going to summarize because all of these are long documents with a lot of legalese. But I put a couple of quotes in here to just kind of get, hold on, I need to stop for a second. Lizzie, Terry Fenn is the cousin of Forrest. She did a video a couple of years, many years ago, maybe 5-7 years ago, that everybody looked at of Forrest. She's in relation to Forrest. I don't know how she's exactly tied in the lawsuit. I don't quite understand it, but there you go. So Barbara reviews the Sandow case and submits to the judge the issues with it. Being south of Santa Fe, the plaintiff must be aware of the case, of her case, and why Sandow and group did not contact her before they filed a lawsuit. She thought showed some issues. They were on an improper fishing expedition and frivolously harassing innocent parties. Okay, I need you to take that down so I can keep going.
All right.
She says she solved the puzzle and objects to others trying to obtain discovery to the solution. So I guess when you have evidence that you think is pertinent to a case, you can put in and say, I know nobody's asking, but here is the information, Judge, I think is important for you to hear. So that, it's called a motion to intervene, was filed about a week and a half ago. And we can go back to Holly's question. I just wanted to read that. On July 8th. And it's currently with the judge. This case is currently with the judge. Okay, go back to Holly. Creighton's wife. Yes, that's where I think it is.
Creighton's wife, nephew's wife. They have a YouTube channel? Is that what you're saying, Holly?
Yes. And there's
nice
like a key. There's like a key. There's a key video on there. Anyway.
Okay. There's a question. Here's a question from Gallatin Ghost. Do you think the lawsuits would be less or more if Jack would have gone public with his identity and solved from the beginning? Do you think these lawsuits would have still come about?
No.
See,
Maybe
I
one.
do.
Maybe one. No, because I think it would have been so obvious to all of us, but I don't know.
So obvious that he was telling the truth?
Yeah, if he came out and said, here's my name, here's where I've been on Reddit, here's where I've been on AGK, I've been a searcher for this many years, here it is, it's GPS, but it's in Yellowstone, I'll probably lose the chest because of this, but here it is, I would have believed him, and there still would have been one or two, but it wouldn't have gotten the traction where he had to go in hiding, his family, they're coming after him and all that. I don't think any of that would have happened.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, if it was GPS, to me, that's clear cut. It's there, it's in the poem. But I don't understand the lawsuits to begin with. I don't understand the legal grounds these people think they have. So, in my mind, I'm like, if it doesn't make sense now, I think they would file it anyway. But that's just me. It's probably because I'm not understanding their point of view. But that's okay.
I think reasonable people are doubting this ending, and I personally believe there might have been a contract when he said he couldn't just go and pull it, and so, or he could have, but he needed to say it. So I think we have the start. It's easy. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Monday morning quarterbacking. I think they say it's easy to say it now. I don't think Forrest could have handled the ending any worse. I think he was not great at PR, like when he made some statements about Randy. There is a person worse, and I think it's Jack. My opinion.
Now, Backyard Barbecue says people sued before the chest was found. People were going to sue because they're trying to get free money. But were there lawsuits before the chest was found against Forrest?
Hansen. There's 3 or 4 of them. Right. But here's the thing. Right. If the Colorado lawsuit filed, the very first one, it filed, and they slapped him with lawyer's fees like it looks like it's going to happen, it would make everyone question, hold on, wait a second. If I file, I might have $150,000 bill, and it might slow that down.
I see.
There's more for Jack to say, and the court mechanism may do that, even if it's not someone crazy to try to get the solve. Okay, gotcha. That's just my opinion. I don't know, though. Okay, next.
McCracken. So, hang on.
McCracken.
I never heard of it before, so it's breaking news to me, everybody. Thumbs up if you've never heard of it before either, and we're breaking the news tonight.
Go back.
Oh, did I? Oh, son of a... Hey, I can't go back. That's the problem. All right, hang on. You guys, you got me excited with the breaking news. Give me a second.
I guess.
All right. So thumbs up anyway, everybody. We do that. This was the McCracken, right? It's funny because when I was in the Navy, I knew somebody named McCracken.
Well, the McCracken Research Library up at Center of the Web. Yeah. Okay. Another super chat. You guys are distracting, but we love you. Thank you.
I come back to it so quick. Our old friend Indiana Jones. Oh, he's got the moral, ethical question. If you could cure cancer by killing one person, do you? And as a kid, my mom asked me this question, and I said, "Well, yeah." And she said, "Well, what if you're the one person?" And I said, "Don't." So that's not an easy question to answer, is it? All right. Thank you for the super chat, Indiana Jones.
Okay. So McCracken is from the United Kingdom, and I'm going to affectionately call him the Sledgehammer lawsuit. So this is not filed in court. I'm going to tell you how I got this because it's up on Thor. So it's not filed in court, but he is actually registered as a creditor for the estate. You're going to see that in just a minute. He has an attorney, so he's not pro se. I don't think he can be, that he lives in UK. I don't know.
What does pro se mean again?
He's not representing himself. He has hired an actual attorney.
We learn something every day, don't we, everybody? Hashtag pro se. Okay.
So the basics of his case is, now he hasn't filed, but he reached out to a searcher on Thor and gave him the filing. And I said, "Are you willing to put it up?" And he said he wanted to ask him. And then he said, sure. The guy said, sure. So this is the informal case motion that hasn't been filed yet. I think he's waiting for the estate. I don't understand it, but here we go. The chest was removed in 2013 or 14 and was not removed. He believes that Forrest moved it on him. But in 2020, he found the blaze covered with black plastic wrap. There was a small rock opening that needed to be opened further to obtain the treasure chest. He put a metal detector on it, and it picked it up at his location. He went to town to get a sledgehammer. The next day, or that evening, Forrest announced the treasure chest had been retrieved.
What?
He announced, then he returned to the location in the morning, had to be late morning because Jack was sleeping in from getting drunk. He returned to the location the following day, and the treasure chest was gone, and the metal detector was not picking up what it picked up the day before.
All right, I got a question. Are you ready? So if this person thinks the chest was inside a rock and he had to go get a sledgehammer to get it out, how did Forrest get it in the rock?
See, these are the things that will probably be brought up during cross-examination if it makes it that far. That makes the legal process an interesting one, Mike.
Well, the answer could be. All right. Sorry, McCracken. I don't know. I don't get it. But okay. He's doing a little a little sword from the stone there, sledgehammer. This is where I
hammer time. Somebody said hammer time.
Gabriel sledgehammer, right? Okay, let's get back to it. So there's yet another lawsuit.
Wait, what if it was broken? What if when Forrest put it, there was no issue, but because the blaze was broken, it made it so he couldn't access it. Oh, this is the finder.
Okay. All right. That's a literal rabbit hole, everybody.
Those of you that are going to Thor and finding it and saying access denied, you do have to sign in to get any of the attachments that others have uploaded. I'm not sure why they do it that way, but they do it that way. Okay.
Say that again. Uploaded where? On
so
Thor?
That McCracken document, one of the users uploaded, and somebody said, but it says access denied. You have to sign into Thor to get any attachments or pictures, links, that sort of thing. I don't know why some people why did they do that? I don't know. Go to vBulletin and ask them, have thoughtful discussion with them, because I don't know. You guys are lucky I know how to sign on to Thor.
And I will say this out there real quick. If you've joined us late and you're wondering why you can't post in the live chat, we have decided only subscribers are able to post in the live chat. That's a change that we've made for our channel. So please go subscribe. In the upper right hand of the video screen you're watching, you click on that little Cowlazars logo right there, and you can subscribe. Oh, actually, I take that back. That might not be clickable. But yeah, go click, there's a subscribe button in the lower right hand corner, and you can click on that and hit subscribe. So, okay.
So admin has to change permissions, I think. Yeah, and this admin, somebody also asked me, can I revamp the site to have this or that? I'm sure there's a way. I'm just not going to go pay a tech. We're getting by with what we got on Thor. Unless it's something big that would there were some ad issues. There was too many ads. They did some sort of upgrade, and so I did get the tech in, and he helped me remove some of them.
I'll say this: if anybody out there knows vBulletin, contact me because we may need some work done. Cowlazars@gmail.com. If you're familiar with vBulletin, you know things about vBulletin. Thank you.
Okay. Next one.
Kiwi Road. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
You're getting quiet.
Anderson.
Okay. So the Anderson case is, I call it the Chicago case against Forrest Fenn. I think it was also through Jack because this one was filed before we knew Jack. So I think it was against Jack as well, but I'm not entirely sure. So filed a motion to withdraw and an in-camera testimony on 7/7. This is another one that I thought was done, but there's some filings sent to and pertaining to. This was a motion that went to Erskine, Sandel, Dottie, Kaiser, all of the people, plus Summer and Hickey. If you guys don't know, so Summer is Forrest's attorney that he's had all along. And then Hickey, okay, Mike, stop it. And then Hickey.
That's an accident.
Hickey is the estate's attorney. So for the estate hearing coming up, so there's now two attorneys for the Forrest Fenn estate. Summers was the one, and it might be Summers. I might get that a little wrong. So the request was an in-camera hearing and to testify in the other cases as to the correct solution. Hers is in New Mexico. Requesting a withdrawal without prejudice, which enables her to file later in the future. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting. So basically, she's saying, I want to go to these others, like we already knew that happened in the Sandow case. I don't want them to get information. They're frivolously trying just to get information on the solution. The solution is mine, and it's in New Mexico. So the Forrest Fenn estate, so she filed that motion to intervene and the withdrawal. on 7/14, that's only like a week ago, Forrest Fenn Estates responded. And there's a whole bunch of legalese behind this and like court precedent and all of that, but basically says no person can randomly appear before the court without being called as a witness by one of the parties of the lawsuit. And the defendants and the plaintiffs, nobody has called you in these lawsuits. You can't just intervene, which I don't know if there's a motion to intervene. So it seems like you're able to in certain grounds. In this case, Forrest attorneys at least saying, we're not calling her. Sandow and group aren't calling her. Why is she getting involved in a case that has she has no business in, if you will? But I think her position is because I am the true finder. I don't know, but that's, well, so let me just read Forrest Estates' response. Then this is the interesting one. The Forrest Estates response. So Sumner says, also, secondly, the ability to refile the statute of limitations has expired. She is time barred from refiling. And then they go into, and I'm going to try to make it as basic as possible because it took me forever to get through this. So the statute of limitations is typically 1 year for an estate. However, there is a process that you can reduce that from 1 year to 4 months if certain procedures are followed. You have to put it in the newspaper. You have to file against every creditor. You have to do this, that, the other. And then the statute of limitations is done in 4 months. So they put some details of on October 21st, 2020, the Chicago suit was mailed a notification. On December 21st, they filed the Chicago, Barbara filed as a creditor, which means that the estate has to recognize until they get to that hearing. And then on January 12th, there was a disallowance filed. So basically, Zoe said, any creditors come forward if you think you have rights to part of my father's estate. And on December 21st, Barbara said, I do. And on January 15th, Zoe said, I'm disallowing that. No, you don't. And then on January 15th, there was an email from Barbara saying, I acknowledge this, but you better withdraw it. There was no withdrawal. So Forrest Estates' position is she's out. Her position is she's not. Now, if you go by the rule of 4 months, that's March 1st, she would have to refile. If you go 60 days from the disallowance, she would have had to file something within 60 days of the notification of the disallowance. That's March 13th. We're in July. So Forrest Estates' attorney is saying, even if whatever, she's time barred from being able to file anything, even if, she found the cubbyhole at her spot, anything. Now it's with the judge. I don't quite understand how many of these filings can go back and forth. Like, when does the judge cut it off and say, no more, I'm now considering it? I don't know. So there you have that one. I thought that one was, yeah. Okay.
Super chat from Kiwi Road says, Kiwi just sneezed on me 3 times. Should I go get checked for the bird flu? Kiwi is his bird, and that is the picture of the bird right there. Thank you for that super chat, Kiwi. Everything you just said, K-Pro, it's all legalese, and I have no idea, so I have no comment because I don't know.
Well, this is like the layman's term. You should see the legalese. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to keep up on it. But in general, the thing that you need to see is there was a motion by Anderson, and then there's a response by Forrest Estate. And it's over, is Anderson allowed to testify in all of these other cases? And is she able to refile? And the judge is going to weigh in. That's it. Okay, so next one. Whew.
All right. Estate hearing of creditors. Wait a minute. This could, in fact, be breaking news. July 22nd is Thursday, everybody.
Yeah, but it's been out there a little bit. Oh, okay. Okay, because you don't read Thor. I get it. Okay, so here is where there's an estate. So these are court hearings, except for McCracken, but this is how we got McCracken's name. This is now the people that are saying, I have a right to Forrest Estate, and I want to be scheduled for a meeting in that. So, so there's the lawsuit side, and then there's the estate side. So this is against Forrest Fenn's estate. These are people that have said, I'm a creditor, you owe me something, I want a hearing. So Sandow and group So we know that I'm calling that the San Lazaro. The San Lazaro, we know it's under judge's consideration. I do not know how the court, I know the courts are different. I don't know how the court, like probate court or the estate court, works in tandem with the lawsuit court. I don't know that. Okay. So, okay. So the San Lazaro one is still under judge's consideration with that motion to file that motion to intervene is filed. So that's the first one. The Colorado one is dismissed, but it's under the Ninth Circuit Court appeal. He is also going to be a part of this meeting, I guess, on July 22nd. Then we have the French one. The French was dismissed without prejudice, but he can refile, and he is a registered creditor to the estate. The Chicago lawsuit, again, I just gave you the update, dismissed without prejudice, but it's under judge's consideration to either refile or intervene. Unclear at this, I'm unclear at this point, so the judge will weigh in. And then McCracken, the Sledgehammer one, or we can call it the UK one, no lawsuit is filed, but is filed here under the creditor one. But since the statute of limitations has passed, I don't understand this piece. Can they go back and does that give them grandfathering clause? I don't know. This is only the estate that has that statute of limitations, not against Jack. People can sue Jack for I don't know how long. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know about any. Oh, and that's the end of the PowerPoint, everybody. Round of applause for K-Pro and her PowerPoint.
The lawsuit stuff. And they might be a little off or whatever. That's my interpretation. That's all I got. Yeah. But
so
I
we're
know
not
a lot
lawyers,
of you
everybody. Let's make that clear. We're not lawyers, but this is how we see things. This show is our opinion, and we're going to give it to you. So,
well, but here's the big thing. I think a lot of people were thinking, okay, I should say at least I was. The lawsuits are all dismissed, right? Jack can sell. I didn't realize. Well, no, you're still under appeal. You can refile.
Yeah,
There's statute of limitations. So once I started digging into that, because some people were correcting, no, we can't. We're still in the mix of it. One of them hasn't even filed yet. And then the hearing is coming up this next week. From what I understand, that hearing is only to schedule the appropriate people. We're not going to get some big aha moment there that I'm aware. I don't know.
There's a question, K-Pro, if you know, are there any suits against Jack only and not the estate and not anybody else? From Mike Nealon.
If you look back on the lawsuits, I don't remember.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you knew off the top of your head. Yeah, it's no big deal.
No, I try to stay away from the legal stuff because people get hot and heavy on it. So I know it's because someone was saying, would you buy the treasure chest right now with these lawsuits pending? And I could see why it's really kind of a no. But here's the thing: the estate has a statute of limitations. Jack doesn't. I don't know what Jack's statute of limitations is. So I don't know. And I don't know how many are. I just know there's a statute of limitations on the Forrest estate.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay, PowerPoint clean. There it is.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lavender Blonde.
It's the only way I can keep it straight. If I had notes, you know how garbly gooked, blah, blah, blah I would have been. And I probably was already.
It does help keep things organized and, give us all the info because people can replay this, pause it, read the,
Right.
I think it's a PowerPoint's a lot easier than just us talking about things. So
Chaz says, has anyone in the chat put up a bid on the treasure chest yet? I know of 2 people and
when you say put up a bid, they just emailed Jack and said, I'll give you this much for it. Okay. So there is no official bid process yet, right?
Not yet, from what I understand. And he has said, I think it's going to go up publicly. I have heard one person in particular is like, I want it and has a lot of money and isn't used to know. So it's like, tell me how much, tell me who, tell me where, tell me how much.
Tell me.
I don't know if he'll take it or not.
Part 2. Okay.
Are you going to work on Tell Me Who Part 2? Maybe, because I might be going to the beach. And what do you do at the beach other than just kick back and Maybe,
and I'll be home alone, everybody. Somehow I'm going to work that out and survive. I'll be selling comic books. So many people have reached out. I've decided to part with some of the boxes back here. Oh, you guys can't see them. Oh, there it is. I got 6 short boxes, 2 long boxes. They all got to go. I need some room. Okay. Sorry. Tangent. And then when it comes to comic books, K-Pro told me this.
Don't worry. We can just transfer money from your account into a portfolio with your son, and it's gone.
And it's gone. But we're going to get the money back when I sell them. Don't worry.
Somehow Mike thinks, like, because we've been talking about retirements and how do we make sure that we're he somehow thinks like comic books and crypto crap and all of that stuff.
Crypto crap. I
no, 401ks, 457s. You know, I'm just a very conservative investor.
I changed the subject. Doug wants to know, do you know if Jack has responded to any of the offers?
Yes, I saw some emails, and basically he has said, I will make sure you know. I think he is keeping, what are you doing? He is keeping a database, if you will, or a list of people that are interested. And when it goes up, gosh, the whole community will know. But that's what I think I think that's why. I think those are just Fenn people interested, let alone people outside of the Fenn community. So I think he'll let everybody know. That's my opinion. Is what he said to both
in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
Sorry, it's
gone. Mike, there hasn't been a super chat. Cut it out. We agreed.
Oh, those were for all the super chats. Here, I got to do one more. For all the super chats we got already.
Great. We can just put that into your retirement account and make it go to work for you, and it's gone.
It's gone. It depends. You got to be careful what you invest in, everybody. All right. So Mark Lewis says, but where does it go up at? eBay? Any idea where Jack is going to, or how he's going to sell the treasure chest? I don't. Anybody?
I am confident it's going to be at a public, one of those big, like a Christie's or a.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would assume it's going to be a big auction house because you want people to have the money. You don't want people.
But think about this controversy. Think about if he just sold it privately to someone and said, "Oh, it's sold." Oh, I think he's doing it.
Yeah, and I can see him doing that. He might not tell anybody. Kiwi Road with the $5 super chat says, don't forget to YouTube that Lost Padre mine in El Paso, Texas. An adventure that will change the world, a treasure trove of possibilities with imagination. Thank you, Kiwi. And Fergus says, congrats on the WSOP buy-in, Mike. Fergus T. Longacre with the $15 super chat. Thank you, Fergus. And well done. Treasure Warriors. I love that soundboard so freaking much. Thank you. Oh, what did I do there?
Okay, so to be clear, because I think we deleted this video, I said on one of the test videos. Oh, it is.
It was on our kitchen table conversation video from last night. Go ahead.
I paid up on my bet because I try to keep my word is my honor, whatever the term is. So I'm buying Mike in.
Your word is your bond.
What he said? My word is my bond. That's it. You know what Mike said to me? Mike said, well, what about rebuys? I'm like, don't push your luck, buddy.
Not that I'm going to need one, but you know. But then so this was our kitchen table conversation. I don't know if you guys know about this, but during the week, we're starting to do kitchen table conversations. It's just me and K-Pro. We're at the kitchen table. We discuss the thrill of the chase. We may even do Beacon Star one of these days. And we just upload it. We don't post a link anywhere. It's for the subscribers to see it because they will be notified. And after it was, after that video was done, K-Pro did say this.
Goddamn white boy.
Because she did say that if, in fact, she gave me the okay to purchase the software, she said, I will even buy you into the World Series of Poker. And Hooli pointed out where she did give the okay.
Hooli, I thought we were friends, Hooli.
Super chat from our friend Hillary and Rudy Green. We got super chats left and right. Hang on here. Hillary says, race for the treasure coming soon. 10K prize. Find us on our only official. Great new tech, by the way. So, Hillary, please come on the show when your treasure hunt is ready to go for 10K because we're all going to be interested in that for sure. And Mr. Rudy says, I like your tech upgrades. 1109, not 11, not 12, but 1109.
It means something.
That's right.
Okay, you got to do at least one.
That was
that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What do you want me to play?
Something appropriate.
Oh, well, I don't think you think any of these are appropriate. Let's see.
Right, let's go. Remember wait. Do you remember we made a little folder on your computer of do not play these or K-Pro's going to get pissed?
I have not played those.
No, you're in those.
Oh, no, I am not. I didn't realize to move these over. Those are bad. I like this one. You guys know this one. Because I want to believe, everybody.
I
All
do
right.
want to tell you, Mike, and somebody just said it. Nomadic man, no, somebody just said it. You are all fuzzy, and I am crystal clear. I don't
Yeah.
know why that is. He wants a new computer, guys. He's like putting
New
a piece
command
of tape
center.
over it.
When I sell these comic books, maybe we use the money to get a new PC. It's not a command center. I need a new PC, just a PC, state of the art, lava cooled, not lava cooled. What is it? Water cooled? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it, but I'll definitely check it out. I'll get on newegg.com. If anybody out there knows of a good PC, send me the link. So I got to start looking for another one. There it is. Take your pick, Mike. New computer or rebuys? Jeez. So wouldn't that be nice to win with series of poker?
Okay. Let's be really clear here. I pretend to be like, Mike, you can't do this. Mike, you can't do that. Every time I say no, Mike, you can't get any more comic books, 9 more boxes show up. This man does not get control. He acts nice, guys. He does whatever the hell he wants. And then when I get mad and I get all puffy, he laughs and goes and gets a soda and goes and watches some stupid TV show.
Packer Jack says, what if, okay, here's a conspiracy theory. What if Dan Barbarisi and his pal Beep, who have made millions in fantasy sports and crypto crap, bought or buy it? And have Jack agreed to not divulge they're the buyers. Wouldn't that be something? Maybe that's why Barbarisi had the picture, because he actually bought it and now he owns it. All right, Mark.
No, poor Dan. No, because there's already a lawsuit against Dan. I say poor Dan. And just like Dale doesn't know. Dale's as pissed as the rest of it. Don't sue Dale. Don't sue Dan. What are you?
Nobody should sue anybody.
No.
Doug, no, this is not a buy-in for the main event. This is, I think they're calling it the reunion, K-Pro.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's just
a
like the
$500 buy-in. I'm selling Action, and actually K-Pro's like, what? And I go, but the money goes to you because you're buying me in.
Then you're allowed.
Action means you would get a percentage of anything I win, but email me if anybody's interested in that. So.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm going to play the ladies tournament. It's a $10,000 buy-in, but ladies get in for $1,000. So if I do decent in that, I'm going to the main event, baby.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome for me and K-Pro both to place? Okay, I do not have an eBay store, but I have an eBay account. And since you brought that up, Mojo Man Mike, I'm going to show you guys something that we did put on eBay recently. If anybody's interested, look at that. Not one, not two, but an entire case.
That's crazy. That's just stupid. That's
it's
just stupid.
Why is it stupid? It's
because
6.
You know how many people want one? Put one up.
We have one. Email me. You can have one for sure. But this is for people who maybe have a store, who maybe have a lot of nieces and nephews and kids and grandkids, and they want to give them all away. This is 6 Chaseopolis, brand new in the shrink rack, $75 out the door. Boom. I only brought that up because
this is a great example. Mike did this before, and I said, I really don't like that. Can you just put one up? And he goes, sure, honey. Roll eyes, walk away with his soda to go play video games. And what does he do? He immediately puts up 6 just to say, hey. And I'm okay with that. Oh my God, you're such a liar. You
all right.
Play nice
you did tell me to put one up. It's just the way you say it.
Did you put one up? Did you put one up?
Not yet.
Did I tell you I didn't like 6 going up? Did I say that?
Yes, you did. But actually, it relisted before I could stop it, and I don't know how to.
I wish you weren't a liar.
I don't think once it goes up, you can delete it. Actually, but I thought if nobody bids, you can delete an eBay auction. But
you know what though? In the scheme of life, after you've been through the things in life, Mike and I were talking. Like in the scheme of life, so he buys some extra comic books. So he put some stuff on eBay that I think should be done differently. Who freaking cares? Who freaking cares? The guy doesn't have a drug addiction or a hooker addiction. He's got a comic book addiction. Who cares?
There you go.
You're welcome, college.
Okay, everybody. I think that's going to do it because we're at the 1 hour mark. We hope you like the new software upgrades that we have purchased. It's part now of the command center of our YouTube experience. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you thumbs up. We have 41 thumbs up right now. If we could get to 100, that would be nice. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah,
I got one. Randy Pishel just came in the room. Randy is doing the music rendition for the chase. You have to go subscribe. It is the best because he just did his first live. I think it was his first live. And he rocked another one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my God, it makes me smile. Just Randy, like in full.
Pretty good.
He's magic.
I'm not going to play it, but I am going to put I'm going to put Randy's YouTube channel in the chat. You guys check it out. yourselves. He's got a couple songs he's put up now. They're songs where he takes a song and he tailors it to the thrill of the chase. That's right.
Yeah.
Baby Bear just said go subscribe to the Valentine Goose.
Valentine
I think
Goose,
you should do Creep by Radiohead, but I know some of those notes are kind of high. So, but anyway.
Randy
Bobby
is what the world needs. That's exactly right, Q.
You need to get a soundboard and give it right back to him, Bobby.
No, see, there's certain things that I have in my abilities. There's a couple of big buttons. I would have like 3 sound clips. That's it. Because the rest you have to click and do and no.
I know it is a lot. So, okay, that's it, everybody. I think I need to go out and get some tables. I got to pick up a couple things we need. I'm gonna do some driving around Vegas on that late night creep. Thank you for tuning in,
no
everybody.
more comic books, honey.
I'm selling them. I'm not buying any.
No, I mean don't make a wrong turn to the comic book store tonight.
I won't. All right.
Lying. You're lying.
Thursday. So breaking news, everybody. According to Bobby telling the truth. Hey, relax. He said that legend has it the treasure hunt in Arizona has been solved. Those guys are supposed to be on the show this Thursday, so we'll let them tell us all about it. Maybe the winners will be on. I have not heard this. They're also going to give us info about the new hunt that they've got coming up. So that's this Thursday, and after they're on for 30 minutes, then we're going to get back to the locations in the Beacon Star. There are some comic book stores. There should be more. Me and K-Pro need to open one ourselves, but anyway.
No, there's quite a few. I mean, I've been just in Vegas. Yeah, I have been to 4 or 5, and every time I travel, I get sent. Do you see what I do? I get sent to the comic book stores.
That's right.
When I went up to Utah, did I hit a comic book store? Always. I always hit comic book stores because and here's the hard part. When you go into a comic book store and I say, I'm not really into comic books, but my husband is, what would you suggest? That is asking that man, usually men, but sometimes women, to give me a 1-hour dissertation on all the comic books. Oh my God, nerding out. And it's like, can you just give me I'll pay $10 if you stop talking and just give me one comic book. That's all I need. Oh no, you need to know that the illustrator and he was on DC, but now he's gone independent and he did this and then he got and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Nothing. None. Don't care at all. So anyway.
So we've been watching Big Bang Theory, and K-Pro's like, that's you. And I'm like, I've never actually seen the show. Everybody tells me I should watch it, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. So
okay, let me ask you guys.
Let out here.
For those of you that I actually was into the Big Bang Theory, and my kids really liked it. If you were to pick a character that Mike is on the Big Bang Theory, who would it be?
Those comic books. Yeah, if you were, who is it? Sheldon? Well, I don't know who the other guys are.
There's
the guy
Sheldon.
There's the Indian guy, and then there's the other nerd that's always.
There's Raj. There's the astronaut guy. I don't remember his name. And then there's the, I don't know. Leonard. Leonard's his name. So there's Leonard. There's Sheldon. There's
Leonard.
Sheldon. Leonard. Raj.
Mork. Is that Mork for Mork? Hey, I remember that one. You probably remember that one.
You're Leonard. That's awesome.
Which one's Leonard?
Leonard's the one that married the hot chick.
There it is. I think that's more a compliment to K-Pro than anybody else.
No, your glasses are very similar. And he's nerdy, but the most social of the group. And you're great social around everybody. No. Mike is penny.
Okay, so somebody has emailed me and said, hey, I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, but it still won't allow me to chat. Here's the deal, everybody. Little caveat, you've got to be subscribed for 1 hour. So you can't just go subscribe and then chat. Once you're subscribed for an hour, it will let you chat. So tune in next Monday, you'll be able to chat. What's
you are the love child of Leonard and Sheldon. Yes. You know what, though? He wasn't really into it. And then he looks over and he's like, they're in a comic book store. I'm like, yes, it's you and your friends. And just wait. And then he's like, wait, Dungeons and Dragons? And I'm like, yes, just wait until the Comic-Con one. I mean, I like that show. It's wholesome fun. It doesn't get gross. It doesn't get gruel. There's no violence. This is a good, wholesome show for the kids. Yeah. Oh, Mike's the comic book store guy. That could be too. Penny. I'm sorry.
All right, guys.
This is too much fun.
There it is.
Turn off that television, y'all!
Okay, everybody, where'd that come from? Okay, new format, new streaming software, live Thursdays and Mondays. Tune in Thursday for the Beacon Star. And you never know, there just might be our very own grand adventure coming soon.
If you are having errors and you can't see yourself in chat, email Mike at cowlazars@gmail.com with your handle name, and we'll double check it because we don't want our subscribers not to get in. And if there's an issue, then we'll just get rid of it. This was an experiment because that's what we do. We experiment.
All right, Craig. And Craig Carter, I got to give a thank you because I didn't on the last show, and that is the soda drink that you sent us.
Oh, the snot.
This stuff called Alien Snot, and the kids actually liked it. The kids were like, "Can we give it to our friends?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me see if they like it." They all drank it and liked it. So thank you, Craig. We do appreciate when you guys send us stuff in the mail. We do appreciate it. There's an address down below if anybody wants to send us something the old school way through the post office. And yeah, there it is. We got lawsuits, we got Foias, we got Jack not saying anything, but it's going to come out. There's some smart people out there who's going to figure it out.
Jack is talking to people. It's just on the download. Gallatin Ghost has a recommendation for you. Thanks, K-Pro, for your dedication and information. Mojo Man, you are welcome.
Spaced with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. I know who Simon Pegg is, so I will definitely check that out, Gallatin. Thank you very much. Okay, Mojo Man Mike. Thank you for tuning in because that's what it's all about. As Christy said earlier, the saga continues. Forrest Fenn Treasure Found. It continues.
You want to talk about Jens?
Oh, yeah. Breaking news, everybody. Well, not really. But, all right, just give me a minute, little dog, and we'll go outside. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Everybody's talking about this fake blaze that Jack says he found. And he says it was a intricate blaze. We're not talking about an F carved on a tree or in a rock. This is what we decided to do. Since so many people think the treasure was found in Yellowstone, what I'm going to do is if you email me, cowlazars@gmail.com, I need to know if you have ever left a fake blaze or if you've ever seen a fake blaze. Maybe there's some legal issues if you're the one who left it, but if you saw a fake blaze in Yellowstone, email me what it is. Email me a picture if you have it. Email me where it's located. GPS coordinates are the best. And what we want to do is we're going to plot it on a map where all these fake blazes are. And maybe if enough people come forward with what they've seen out there, boots on the ground, maybe we can figure out where the actual fake blaze was that Jack is talking about. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Cowlazars, Jack says he dismantled that fake blaze. You're not going to be able to find it anymore. Right. But maybe somebody saw it before he dismantled it. Right. And if you say, I saw this blaze here, this is what it looked like. One of our searchers, when they go boots on the ground, somebody in the community can go look. And if they're like, oh, yeah, that's taken apart. That does not look like what it looked like maybe before the treasure chest was found. Maybe that way, through the process of elimination, we can determine, maybe, just maybe, which fake blaze Jack was referring to. And K-Pro, I'll ask you again, just like I did on our kitchen table conversations, which you should be subscribed for. If we do identify the fake blaze, what does that mean?
We have found the location within 1,000 feet of the treasure chest. We have found the past location that is an empty nook with some debris in it of the location of where the treasure chest once stood before Jack took it after he got drunk. Okay, I think she put it pretty succinctly right there. So if you guys have fake blazes, if you have a picture of it, if you saw something you thought, hey, a searcher left that. The fake blaze Jack was referring to, he was like, a Forrest Fenn searcher would know that that was left behind. He thought Forrest left it behind. Obviously, it wasn't Forrest. That was a different blaze. So email it to me. We're going to plot them all on a map. I only want to hear from Yellowstone National Park, within the park. If we try and do all of Wyoming, it's going to be too much. Inside Yellowstone National Park, if you saw it, not that you did it, but if you saw it, let us know. And if we get enough responses, we're going to put it on a map. Whatever we get, we're going to share with the community. So don't think we're holding on to anything, because we're not. How many say? That's nice. That's a good one, Hooli. And I still like those teeth. Okay. Good one, Trusted Living. I've never been to Yellowstone. I was too busy solving Poe and doing recon at the treasure location. Try the wheel, everybody. Okay, anything else, K-Pro? No. Oh, wait. Nope, that's it. All right, let's go out, dog. Okay, guys, thumbs up. Thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. We do appreciate it. Mondays and Thursdays, the same format. Make sure you subscribe, and that way you can chat next time live if you want to. We're also live on Facebook, so welcome, everybody. If you're seeing us for the first time on Facebook, we are going to continue to simultaneously stream on Facebook, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.